Alright, what's up? We're back with more of Avernum 3 Ruin World. Here we are in the Golem Spire now, after quite the adventure in the upper Golem factory. So, it's time to explore it. Not all of the factory's power comes from the volcanic vent underneath it. These crystals are drawing in bolts of blue energy. They enter through the windows of the tower. The power flows down the crystals and then to the floor. You have reached the highest level of the Golem Spire. This hall is dominated by massive pieces of machinery that rise up to the ceiling. Not all the energy travels down the proper conduits, though. Some of it flies around loose, filling the room with bolts of energy. As long as this much power is flowing into the tower from outside, the defenses up here will be very, very dangerous. You look out the windows of the tower. In this direction, you can see in the distance a stone circle with the shadow crystal in the middle. You already disrupted the flow of energy coming from this direction. Okay. Dangerous defenses, but that is a chance we're going to have to take here. Though this laboratory is still active and fully charged, it hasn't been used in a while. All the beams are focused to power one pad. Golem raw materials are scattered everywhere. Golems were made here once, but the technique was too slow and inefficient. You look out the windows of the tower and already that dialogue. The passage is blocked by a massive magical barrier, stronger than any you have encountered. The heat it puts off keeps you from even getting close. You won't be able to break it. The spire must be using some of the power it absorbs from outside to maintain its barrier. As long as that power continues to flow, you won't be able to get through. Okay, I already know that. Okay, that's definitely a glitch because this dialogue should not have popped up like several times. Ah. I do not mean to walk through here. Get me out of this. I meant to get that. Let's get the emerald right there. At least the blue beams you can walk through just fine. You look out the windows of the tower. In this direction, you can see in the distance a stone circle with a glowing crystal in the middle. Energy is flowing from that circle to the tower, keeping the defenses active. I'm surprised we haven't run into any enemies yet. But we're bound to. I need to do a better job of using elixirs, by the way. But maybe I will in this upcoming fight, because I do remember it was pretty kind of annoying. This laboratory is still stocked and powered, but it has not been used in quite a while. It looks like someone was trying to make golems here, with little success. The results of failed experiments still wait in magical prisons inside alcoves. Okay, well, I ain't gonna free them. Okay, same dialogue as before. Oh, dang, another barrier. I'm not sure if we should use that mirror quite yet at all. Okay, you know what? Let's go back down. Walk on the dang thing. Oh yeah, we can also destroy the ones that are here, too. Oh snap, these are turned off now. So yeah, Those levers were misdirection because we didn't even need the mirrors were misdirection because we didn't even need those. He shattered the massive crystal. As it crumbles, it sends one last pulse of energy in the air, drifting over the woods to the south. Then the shards of crystal crumble into dust. You think you may have just struck a blow against golems. Exactly how, however, is not yet clear. You hear a roaring sound coming from nearby. Steel vats nearby have opened. Okay, so yeah, running back out was definitely our best option here. I'm gonna hazard a guess and say destroying that destroyed the barriers. So let's go back. You have reached the highest level of the Golem Spire. This hall is dominated by massive pieces of machinery that rise up to the ceiling. All the factory's power comes from the volcanic vent underneath it. These crystals are drawing in bolts of blue energy. They enter through the windows of the tower. The power flows down the crystals and into the floor. Every once in a while, a small wave of lightning will crackle down one of the crystals and into the floor, casting off little bolts of fire as it travels. It is very little energy, though, for so massive a receiver. You must have succeeded in cutting off the power flow from outside the tower. No energy passes through these windows. The defenses on the floor will be weak. Oh snap, I did destroy the barrier. Someone forgot that there was a beam generator here and left it charged. It is searing the wall without visible effect. It's certainly an unfortunate waste of power. In this smoky hall, a network of beams pours energy into a set of crystals. They just look like inert blocks of rock, but whenever the beams activate, you can hear faint, high-pitched shattering in an incomprehensible language. Some of the talking seems to come from the crystal pillars. They are responding to queries and the commands which emerge from the central hall. You finally enter the highest chamber in the Golem's infernal factory. This is the core from which the war to scorch the lands of Monroe province is directed. To the west, you see an enormous crystal. It's similar to the power crystals you've already destroyed. but much larger and brighter. Its light adds a fiery sheen to everything in the room. When you enter, the crystal is talking. At least you presume that's what that strange chittering noise is. You realize it must be sending commands to the machinery around it, and from there to the Golem army. The stone must actually be intelligent. The crystal detects your presence instantly. The first thing it does is cloak itself in a field of defensive energy. Penetrating it will take an enormous amount of energy. The second thing it does is issue a series of commands to the factory machinery. The vats to the east rattle and smoke. In an instant, it begins to generate defenders. Okay, I think I remember how to... Okay, yeah, I think I remember how to do this. Is there another mirror I can use, though? Out. Okay, so we do have to bounce that beam a little bit closer. Oh, screw your days. Come on. On. Energy beam has shattered the Spire Heart shield. You have turned the tower's incredible power against it. Your blows will affect the heart now. Days. A final blow shatters the mind crystal into 1,000 pieces. There is no explosion. You see no lightning or similar pyrotechnics. Instead, you hear a soft, distant keening. A being rises from the crystal, an ethereal, writhing cloud. It begins to fade away, howling as it goes. Finally, it's gone. The effect is immediate. All the nearby golems collapse. Below you, you can hear the machines start to hum and rumble, running out of control now that their master is gone. The tower shakes with a series of explosions. Machines are exploding. Golems are running while destroying everything in sight. Survey the wreckage. You notice that some of the shards of the crystal still glow slightly. You pick up a few to take with you. Maybe someone will be able to tell you something about them. Oh no, that's Fire Golem. Another Golem Mind Stone. What is Vontai Lord doing here? feel like those gloves make me sick, so I'm gonna avoid wearing them. We are gonna put the sensor band on. Hang on. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, who has the lowest XP? All right, Zelena does, so we'll give it to her. Yeah, any item that says that it makes your skin tingle, I think it has an effect that makes you ill constantly. Of course, we're going to be attacked on the way out. Dagnabbit. Get out of here. But yes, that is how you beat the crystal there. Make sure you position those mirrors where you're supposed to. Break his shield and then you can damage it. Oh, come on, really? Well, we pretty much just destroyed their leader, so of course they're going to try to kill us on the way out. Another Golem Mind Stone, but we're going to hang on to these for now because it is a quest item. Not to mention a very rare drop from golems. Oh, I could just walk through then. If everything's dead now. Actually, no, there are still a few things of power running, but... yeah, for the most part, the factory is dead, though. Oh, I don't want to do combat. Get me out of here. No, I'm done. I'm done with this play. Get me out of here. Okay, apparently you don't need to destroy all the crystals. After you defeat the plague, then the other crystals become cracked and useless. Anyway, let's head back to Avernum and get our reward. Actually, no. Let's head back to the Lacros, tell them the good news. I have destroyed the golems. They will cause you no more trouble. All right. I am glad. You have done me a kindness and you have saved my life. I am honorable. I will reward you. You may help yourself to my trove. Now that I have felt what hunger is like, real hunger, these trinkets are of no value to me. Can you teach me anything in magic or battle? My only desire now is to hunt. You want me to teach you? Then learn this. When you are hungry, feed. That is all. In the end, there is snow. Now leave me. I must fly. Oh, sweet. So he lets you go ahead and take the items he has. I mean, we could kill him too if we wanted, but then again, that is kind of a waste. Alright, so let's head back to Tavrano now. I have destroyed the source of the golems. You describe the golem factory to General Batheron and tell him how you destroyed it. He hangs on every word of your tale, becoming very excited as you finish. Finally, when you are done, he says, "Well done. Well done indeed. You have saved us from a great menace. Now my men can clean up the remnants. I wish I could offer you a reward, but I have little here of great value. You may take any supplies we have on hand. Rest assured, I will tell everyone of your accomplishments." General, I thought you could. Can I get training? Okay, we do have this dragon research one for Gale, but we will get around to that. As the inner posse comes up behind you and says, "By the way, be sure to be careful. People know what you did about the golems, but the mayor is jealous. Mentioning it will get you killed. Stay away from City Hall, that's for sure." Okay, duly noted. Let's go ahead and improve some spells then. Okay, we still have more spells to get later, but we'll get around to that when we can. Ah, so annoying. Alright, let's go ahead and recall. And we can go tell an Axemander the good news. An Axemander nods his head in admiration as he described how he slew the golems and smashed the equipment. Still, he says, our task is far from completed. After all, their creators are still at large, and if they created such an army once, they can again. Find out who created them and convince them by words or sword not to destroy the surface. Only then can we have hope of returning to our home. The Axemander sits down, lost in thought. You have done well. You should go to the Portal Fortress and from there to the Tower Magi to receive a reward. Once down there, see X and Solberg, and one of them will give you magical training. Have my achievements merited a reward yet? Levi looks through a large ledger, finds something of interest, and looks at you with surprise. You beat the golems. We were betting you couldn't. Here's a reward. He disappears under the counter for quite a while and comes up with a nice shield. Ooh, assassin shield. I don't need it though, so we'll sell it. Okay. Let's go ahead and give our evidence to Bera here. I've been in one of the monster plagues on the surface. I may have evidence for you. Bera looks at the crystal shards he found in the Golem factory. After a few minutes, he gets a peculiar look on his face. He takes them and says, "Wait, let me test these." He is gone for several hours. You go to the dining hall, return, and find Bera waiting for you, looking visibly upset. He says, "After the Empire War, we found some Empire records on tests they did on the Crystal Souls. Crystal Souls are the souls of the Monotai ancestors in crystal form. They exist to defend and advise the Monotai people. The Empire managed to find out a lot about the qualities and physical constitution of these beings." He takes a deep breath. "What you have here are the fragments of a crystal soul. No doubt about it. The golems were created by a Monotai spirit. I tell you now, as sure as I'm standing here, that the monsters on the surface are being created by the Monotai. I think you should go tell an Axemander of this. We are all in terrible, terrible trouble." He shakes his aged head in worry and confusion. "Go see an Axemander immediately." Honestly, that's what I pretty much was suspicious of from the beginning. Especially, you know, that structure to the building, it looked like a Monotai building anyway, right? And you found Monotai items in there, like wave blades, cloaks. I think it was pretty obvious. I just didn't want to say it like early. An Axemander greets you. "I heard of your discovery with regards to the Monotai. When we enlisted their help in the Empire War, we had no idea of the cost. Their vendetta against the Empire will never end until our home is destroyed. They are a powerful and intelligent foe, skilled in magic and weaponry. Exercise the greatest care and stop them. They are our friends no longer. Defeat them and save our homeland." Suddenly, he remembers something and checks his records. "Oh dear. We've been seeing movement around the town of Gikra for days, but it was Vonatai, so we didn't worry. You'd better go check up there. Something may have happened." How's Avernum respond to the news that the Vontai are responsible for the destruction of the surface? Badly, as you might imagine. We have supposed the Vontai are allies. Now, we aren't sure. Was this the work of a faction among them? Or are all of them in concert? We are trying to find out. No news will come soon, however. The Vontai and Avernum have all disappeared. Attempts to communicate with them have come to naught. And the humans in Vontai lands, we have heard nothing from them. We are very concerned. Wait, isn't our group from the second game still trying to work on relations with them? Better go in and get them out of there then. Hopefully they're out of there and they're cleaning out like the rest of things in Avernum right now. Well, now that before we head up to Gikra, let's go ahead and head up to Katra and get weapon going. Now that it's now that we know for sure who is responsible. Othtoth looks up at you warily. What else do you need? The Vontai must be the ones responsible for the problems on the surface. The Vontai have caused the horrors on the surface? Disturbing news. Their magic is easily equal to our own. However, we may find a way to disrupt the crystals they use for their magic. Return later. We will create a weapon to use against them. Right. Oh, Arvid, now is not a good time to do any form of shopping here. Alright, before we head down to Gikra, let's go tell Erica as well. I found evidence that the Vontai are responsible for the plagues of monsters. And so they were. Now that we know who the true enemy is, I have been hard at work trying to find ways to deal with them. All the freaking monsters I killed. And these freaking giant rats have the nerve to attack me. Whatever. We'll remove another pest. No big deal. Hey, Vontai friends. How are y'all doing? Now that we know the truth about your group, you encounter a group of Vontai warriors. Vontai are extremely rare in the upper caverns. It's usually too warm for them. Some of them have come up, though, to improve relations between your peoples. The Spanish keeping watch around the Vontai outpost Gikra, keeping away the bandits and lizards. They watch you carefully as you approach. You notice that your presence is making them extremely nervous. They keep their hands on their weapons and whisper among themselves nervously. When they see you approach, their conversation grows louder and more agitated. Eventually, the argument reaches a noisy conclusion. They suddenly draw their weapons and attack. Oh boy. Oh, come on, really? All this... Okay, whatever. We'll dispose of y'all just the same as we just did those Monotai. It's no big deal to me. Alright, let's go ahead and enter Gikra now. I doubt any good is going to come out of this, so let's go ahead and save the game right here, and I'll see you all soon with the next part of Let's Play.